Would it be fair to say, and I'm no lawyer, and many people watching and listening will not be lawyers, but would it be fair to say that the key point that you made your initial order and ruling upon was whether or not there was a plausible case that should be taken on by the court of genocide in the case of Israel's actions in Gaza after October 7, and you quite clearly decided that there was a plausible case? Is it right to say that's at the heart of what you decided?
You know, I'm glad I have a chance to address that, because the court...
the ICJ has failed miserably in communicating anything about how they rule or what they do. There was an even worse ruling that came out months later where two of the judges didn't even know what the was going on, and they wrote as much in their either concurrences or dissents, but they wrote, they're like, I don't even know what this ruling means, because there was a ruling about how basically the ruling was Israel right now in Gaza, insofar as they may be committing a genocide, absolutely today needs to stop all military action that is contributing to a genocide if it's happening. And I think two of the judges wrote, like in their opinions at the end, they're like, I don't know what the fuck this means. Like, are we saying that it is a genocide and Israel needs to stop? Or are we saying if there's a genocide, Israel needs to stop? And because the ruling was basically just the court reaffirming that if you're doing a genocide, don't do it. But a lot of people in the media quoted this ruling as like, they're saying that they are doing a genocide and it needs to stop right now. I was like, well, that's not really what they were saying. But even the judges were expressing confusion over like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's ridiculous.
I did.
You know, I'm glad I have a chance to address that, because the court's test for deciding whether to impose measures uses the idea of plausibility, but the test is the plausibility of the rights that are asserted by the applicant, in this case, South Africa. So the court decided that the Palestinians had a plausible right to be protected from genocide, and that South Africa had the right to present that claim in the court.
Like, she's not even clarifying well what she means when she says plausibility, because that's what is the confusing word. Because plausibility, when something is plausible in an ordinary common parlance sense, plausible to me sounds like you're talking about the likelihood of something happening, not is it possible, right? It sounds like you're saying, oh, it's plausible they did that. It sounds like, oh, okay, it's kind of likely, right? No. Plausibility is just, did you meet a certain threshold or requirement to qualify for a thing? That's it.
It then looked at the facts as well, but it did not decide, and this is something where I'm correcting what's often said in the media, it didn't decide that the claim of genocide was plausible. It did emphasize in the order...
Give an example of something not plausible. So something not plausible might be South Africa files a case saying that the penguins in Antarctica are being genocided by the United States of America. Well, this would be not plausible. Penguins aren't a party to any genocide convention. That genocide doesn't qualify, doesn't count when it's against penguins. So that would it wouldn't be plausible there. It wouldn't satisfy the elements of the legal treaty on the crimes of genocide prevention and blah, blah, blah.
That there was a risk of irreparable harm to the Palestinian right to be protected from genocide. But the shorthand that often appears,
like,
which
you're
is that
so
there's a
in the
plausible case
legalese. Even that explanation was so in the legalese. Like, Jesus Christ.
Genocide isn't what the court decided.